Well, here I am in the village, and wow, look at the cars here. Entire village drive and Pine Knot is closed off, and we have over 500 classic and antique cars. We're going to tour around a little bit, see some of the better ones, and I think you're going to enjoy it. This is the 2010 Fun Run, sponsored by the Big Bear Antique Car Club. Well, I found Noel Blank, everybody, who really knows a lot about these cars.
Well,
He's
this one best
car.
Yeah, what's
owner.
up, Doc?
You're a classic.
Yeah, I'm a classic. This is won Best Paint about 4 years ago, and the paint is still fantastic. It's probably the best paint job you'll see up here.
Really?
It's a 48 Ford, and it's candy apple red, and the reason they've got so much beautiful shine to it is because the undercoat, the first couple of coats are yellow and orange, and then they put the metallic candy apple over the top of it.
Wow.
But isn't that an amazing color?
Oh,
Can you catch the sunlight there?
Gorgeous.
You can see it, yeah.
Gorgeous. You've said before that a lot of paint can be up to $500 a quart.
Yeah.
A
Well,
quart.
actually, a pint.
A pint?
Yes. DuPont's making the kind of paint that changes color. We'll see some of that.
Oh, yeah.
It changes color as you walk from one side to the other.
Sure.
That's $500 a pint.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is great.
Okay, let me show you some more.
Okay. Now, what is this called?
This is a 50 Merc, actually a 4950. We're very close together.
Uh-huh.
We call it a lead sled because to lower the top 5 or 6 inches like this is, and to have it smoothed out like you see the rear end, they had to use a lot of lead. So it became very heavy. And they used to have to put a big engine in it for it to get to any speed at all. Because it became so heavy with all that lead. So this is a lead sled.
Wow,
So now,
lead sled.
Yeah, and it's a Merc 49. Most of the customs are called lead sleds.
Uh-huh.
And you can see the front of it now.
Boy, look at this.
This happens to be a very well done lead sled.
You normally associate this with Chicano, having to be able to do.
Well, that became later with the lowriders.
Yeah, right.
This you associate with American Graffiti. The bad boys had lead sleds.
Oh, yeah.
So if you were a bad boy, you had a 50 or 51 Merc or 49.
Right.
Like in the American Graffiti.
That's a
Or
beauty.
like Sylvester Stallone had in a couple of his movies, he drove a
Sure.
51 Merc. Okay, now we'll go look at Go
Wow,
ahead,
this
Woody.
is a beaut, Woody.
It's a
How long have you had
It's a
this?
1950 Chevy. It was
Right.
built by a friend of mine named Rick Reed in Washington.
Uh-huh.
He owned the car for 4 years. I just traded him a 64 Chevelle convertible for this because he wanted to do a change, and I did too.
Sure.
It's got a $700 transmission, 383 stroker motor, 9-inch Ford rear end.
Right.
The paint is 2003 Cadillac Driftwood.
Driftwood.
Wow.
That's what it's called.
Beautiful.
Has 50 Ford French tail lights.
Uh-huh.
Has halogen French headlights.
Uh-huh.
It's got a 55 Chevrolet Dash. The guy is just a very master
Take
builder.
a look at the front too, Ron.
Yeah, let's go around to the front. Take a look. Now look at it. Now this has been lowered too. Is this a lead?
No, it's not. No airbags on this car.
Oh.
It's got an independent front suspension and
Wow.
a rear end with leaf springs. Those were made by Colorado Custom. They're early Cadillac.
Do they still make white walls that wide a stripe? Because I
These are
know
radio- These are called Diamondback radios.
I see. Diamondback radios.
Yeah.
Okay.
These
thanks,
are
Woody.
beautiful. Thanks, Woody.
Thank you, Woody.
Oh, that's a classic car. Look at that eagle on that
It's a
one.
40. Nice paint.
Ford.
Ford, 40 Ford with beauty rim wheels, we call it.
Oh yeah, look at this red.
And the graphic, the eagle.
Uh
Kind
huh.
of nice, American Eagle.
Yeah, that's cool.
To see the paint beyond that on a 37.
Uh-huh.
37 Ford.
Yeah, that is. Look at that.
And
That's
beyond
cool.
the blue one is a 40 Ford. And
Uh-huh.
that's got multicolor paint job. DuPont is making a paint now. As you move
Oh,
around
it changes colors.
So you can see the reds in it and the different colors,
Yeah.
magentas.
Now that's the one that's $500 a pint.
Pint? No, that one's a little less. The one that $500 a pint changes colors 5 times. I don't know. I
Oh,
haven't seen one
really?
yet. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
still running.
Boy, this is a Buick.
Yeah, this is a
no.
40, this is a 49 Merc. He's put little Buick portholes on it.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got right there at the where the wheels come out. He's got like a Buick trim on that also.
Oh, yeah.
Corvette or Buick kind of trim.
Right.
The grill is a DeSoto grill with Cadillac bullets.
Yeah, right.
It looks like a 54 DeSoto grill with 53 Cadillac bullets. And this has all been Frenched headlights over the top. See, that's why they call it a lead sled. The top has been chopped. A regular Mercury, if I stood next to it, the regular Mercury height is about up here.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been chopped down and lowered.
Boy, that is.
Yeah. Interesting paint.
That is gorgeous. Just gorgeous. This is
It's a 32 three-window coupe.
Uh-huh.
Big 21-inch wheels on it.
Wow.
And great paint. And this is a high horsepower.
Good, that'll work out great.
It's got a Chevy in it with enormous blower, a GMC blower on the top of the Chevy engine. That's almost like putting two engines in a car.
Really?
It gives you about 70% more horsepower when you put a big blown engine on it.
Uh-huh.
And of course, this is a screamer. This will beat anything on the road that's made today that's new.
Boy, it'll smoke, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, this thing will run away from a Corvette from a dead side.
Yeah. This is a Ford?
Yeah,
Yeah.
32 Ford.
32 Ford. How beautiful.
Close up on that.
You know, guys who own cars like this, the cars are like part of their family.
Yes.
They really take care of it, baby it,
Oh yeah.
and do everything.
And their wives and kids are out polishing it, and it's really wonderful to see that because I go to a lot of car shows.
Uh-huh.
And Hub, who judges with me, he's judged at hundreds of car shows.
Right.
I maybe judged at 50, 100 car shows myself. And I like to pick cars that the family is really interested in and really has done a lot with, rather than just the best car.
Right.
Those best car shows, they can go to Pebble Beach and things like that,
Oh,
where they
sure.
judge every little piece of dust and chrome, and you know, if there's a little rock in the tire, it's out. You know?
Yeah, right.
So that's that kind of a car show.
Yeah.
The meticulous judges with white gloves on going underneath cars.
Oh,
this is
wow.
not, Big Bear's not that way.
No, that's great. That's why you get so many up here. Over 500, about 525,
We have
I think.
525 cars and another probably 600 or 700 cars that are at Northwoods,
Uh-huh.
all over the place.
Oh, really?
They come up, they can't get in the show because we only have 540 parking spaces.
Right, right.
So you'll go over to Northwoods, or if you ever see it, Northwoods just full of cars that couldn't
Yes,
get in.
I know.
Yeah.
I thought they were part of this show.
No.
Just
Well,
waiting to get in.
They are, but yes.
But they aren't.
They couldn't.
They're not judged.
They're not judged.
No.
That's it.
Okay, what's this
This
one?
is a 66 Cadillac Coupe de Ville.
Wow.
And it shows you the later cars can also, well, later, this is what, 40 years old,
Uh-huh.
45 years old. The later cars can also be hot rodded up, lowered like crazy, with wonderful flames on it. And it's a 66 Caddy.
Wow. Who'd think a caddy'd have flames like that on it?
Which one? This stock car right here. That's why it's a historical vehicle from La Mesa.
What company?
36 Ford.
36 Ford? What company had the Greyhound on it?
That was, isn't that a great hood ornament? The problem with that is everybody would steal your hood ornament.
Oh, I see.
Very close to my first car.
Was it 36?
That's right.
It's got a rumble seat in it.
Yeah.
That wasn't legal, but
And look at the ornament on this one. Sailboat.
This looks like a Plymouth.
Yeah.
Plymouth was always sailboats on the front end. And for years and years, their little hood ornament was a sailboat.
Yeah. How cool.
this is just the work trucks of yesteryear.
Oh, yeah, the Bar S Ranch truck.
1929 Ford, and this is what they used to work. This was a ranch work truck.
Right. Those old Fords were workhorses,
Oh
weren't they?
boy, yeah, they had
They'd
that little
go and
four-cylinder
go.
engine, just kept going forever.
And of course, when it's like this, look at the base of
It
the
would have been
wood.
pretty hard to get up to Big Bear in a little four-cylinder, but they did it.
I know
They
it.
climbed them out at 15 miles an hour.
That's right.
You can see them in a row, the three hood ornaments. that people used to love to collect, and they'd go and they'd rip them off cars.
Remember the Buick Marines? When I was a kid,
That's a flying goose.
And the seller of a Ferrari that was sold last week, we say the conglomerate of all this is, all these cars are probably $15 million. One Ferrari GTO sold last week for $24 million.
Really?
It's the highest record. The Japanese had paid $16 million for the same car 12 years ago.
Now, what would make that
The GTO
expensive?
Ferrari was the car for car collectors.
It
was
see.
a race car. It had a provenance of racing all through Europe, and this particular car was the one that everybody wanted. And but 23 or 24 million, and that was a verified sell. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, look at that. That's another expensive job.
A paint car? Yeah.
Actually, all of them are expensive.
They're all
the-
these paint jobs are beautiful with the inserts and everything.
Uh-huh.
And excuse me, I walked.
That's okay.
67 Camaro. It's a really pretty car.
Oh, yeah.
And a Corvette next to it.
Wow.
So we have all different kinds of cars.
I know you do.
Everything. Another Camaro.
We're on Bartlett now. Bartlett is closed to through traffic. We're all walking. Can you get over this, folks? This is the largest event in Big Bear every year.
The largest.
Does more economically for the valley than 10 of other events put together.
Look at this delivery wagon.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that great?
Bighorn Delivery.
It's got the big hump on it.
Wow.
Looks like a Dodge.
Yeah.
With a huge motor. That's a Hemi motor in this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Dodge Brothers.
Space 189. There was a blue car. The guy came all the way from Issaquah, Washington. 1,250.
Boy, look at this one, folks. Pure black. Black on black.
26 two-door. Isn't that
A
great?
26 two-door Ford. Now, you see on the front, they didn't have cooling systems that worked too well when these were made. So your thermometer is in your hood ornament
Yeah,
there.
it used to, and now they put a brand new engine in this, so now you've got the looks of an old car with a great new engine.
Right. Wow, this thing will really go also.
Oh yeah, this thing will move.
Yeah. This is a two-seater, too.
Yeah.
Two-door, two-seater.
And there's the 32, and that one is a roadster with big wheels.
Uh-huh.
The thing is now to put big wheels on it. That's a roadster.
Wow. Look at the hatch on the end.
Yeah. Beautiful. This is an aftermarket 31 Woody.
What do you mean by aftermarket?
Everything was. What is it? Is this a glass car?
It's not original.
Yeah.
It wasn't original Woody, so they hired a company to reproduce what it might look like back in the old days.
All
And made a
right.
hot rod out of it.
And made a surfboard to match.
Oh, yeah, and that neat on top surfboard.
So if you take this down to Malibu,
Yeah.
you're going to get a lot of people looking at you.
Sure. Well, we've been here an hour, but look at the crowd.
There must be 10,000 people.
I would say they expect at least 10,000, maybe
We've had up to
12.
20, yes.
Wow.
This is the biggest single day in
Retail.
for retail shopping.
Right, for the village.
Oh, yeah.
And economically for the whole valley, because they're staying at places. I talked to a vacation rental guy last night. He's totally sold out.
my
He's got 20 rentals,
Yeah.
and a lot of them are selling
Now,
out.
now look west on Pine.
Yeah, let's go. I'm on Village Drive now, right at the corner of Bartlett, but
Can you believe how many people?
look down there. Biggest problem is for the guests to find a parking place.
Yes, they're parking all over the place.
Where do you put 8,000 cars? They're parked everywhere.
Well, Ron, it's been a pleasure. And I know you have to go because you've got a lot more to shoot.
Yeah. Hi, Hub. I didn't get you on.
Hub's helping me judge.
I know. Look at that. Big Bear Lake. Fun Run, second annual in 1991. So,
He and I have been judging since '91.
have you really?
Yeah.
This is the first day.
But this is the first time he's.
First day I wore the shirt. It's brand new.
I know. I still see the
He
creases.
keeps all
around.
the shirts.
Isn't that cool? Thanks, Noel. We've
No,
been
thanks,
talking
sir.
to Noel Blank.
And that's all from the fun run.
Oh, thanks, Noel.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Ron.
Look at this. Ooh, look at it. Ooh, it's a lowrider. Look at it. He's learning to drive. 36 Ford. Isn't that cool? Now, did you make it yourself, or?
Grandpa did, and I painted it, and Grandpa built the car.
Really?
Yep.
That is something.
Thank you.
Gotta have fun. Where are you from?
Vista.
Vista in San Diego County.
Right.
You betcha. Well, thanks for coming up.
Thank you.
And thanks for showing. This is the show car of the day, folks. Corner of Bartlett and Billy's Drive. There's just as many people on this street, but most of all, there's probably 300 of these cars on the Bartlett parking lot, which is really cool. Well, before I go, I want to show you a really beautiful paint job. This is a Chevy, but these paint jobs are just gorgeous. I mean, these paint jobs probably cost as much as the entire car you have. We're on Pine Knot Avenue right now, looking north. Look at the crowds here. This will be all day till 3 o'clock. A lot of people, and it's really good. Well, I think I'll call it the end right now. I thank Noel Blank for walking around and describing things for me, little hoes. And now don't go away. This has been the 2010 Fun Run, sponsored by the Big Bear Antique Car Club. That's it from the village. I'll be back after these words from my sponsors.
Had a real mystique about it. Some rosy color.